All right, so it's going to be a fun night. Let's start with Windows Phone. Definitely different. Yes. The design team over here.
Probably.
Certainly different than a lot of other phones. How's it going?
You know, I'm really excited and upbeat about where we are. We definitely took a different approach than everybody else, and I think we've got a really unique and beneficial experience. All these phones these days, they all make calls, connect to the internet, email, social networks, blah, 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 blah. If you take a look at it, the other phones all make the sea of icons, the sea of applications, the kind of view of the world. What we've really done with Windows Phone, I think, is have a better way by putting your people, the people who are important to you,
right,
whether it's dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions in somebody's case, I might think.
They're watching for the judges.
They're watching for the judges, but we put them right out there in front of you. And really, Windows Phone is the first phone that I think put people first. Here's my Windows Phone, right there, if you will. Yeah.
Yep.
You can kind of see.
Just hit the face of Bill Gates. We'll
face my buddy Bill Gates. It says, I missed a call from Bill. What time did he call?
Call back on speaker?
6:07 p.m. Oh, you want us to call him back? But you can see what I have here is the things that are most important to me. There's Bill, there's our leadership team, the weather, my family. It's all kind of laid out there, front and center.
Kim Kardashian,
Khloe Kardashian. I'm with the program, bud. I'm with the program. But what happens is things change.
Yeah.
People tweet, they post, they email, they text. It all gets put together right there for you, right on the screen. What's important to you isn't lighting up email or lighting up the text. It's what's going on with brother, sister, coworker, your Twitter feed, whatever the case may be. And literally in my own case, I'm in regular touch with hundreds of people, and yet I get it consolidated down to where at a glance I can really see what's going on. We still have apps.
Right.
As you'll see, we still have a great browser.
I'm just memorizing things here.
Yeah, the names of my kids. Good job there. Now, the New York Times called the Windows Phone gorgeous, classy, satisfying, fast, and coherent.
Coherent. I was going to say low in carbs. All right, can we see the phone in action?
Yeah.
Let's welcome, please, Derek Snyder. Derek, come on up, Derek.
Good evening. How's everyone doing? Thank you for the cheering section for Windows Phone. Those $100 bills were well spent. Yes. Perfect. Thanks. We'll come back to you. One of the things that we love about Windows Phone is that there is just this breadth of choice. And so the same great software is running on handsets from all of our handset makers. And you can see here, there's just a ton of variety. And these are just the phones that we've launched in the last couple months. We've got phones that come in different colors. They have front-facing cameras. Some of them have different screen technologies. And even some of them are actually water resistant. And so whatever phone you're looking for, all of them run the same great Windows Phone software. Now let's actually take a look at what that software looks like. We go ahead and switch over to the phone. This is actually my Windows Phone up and running on the screen. Can we get that, please? One of the things that's great about Windows Phone, as Steve talked about, is it's not a sea of icons, it's not a grid of applications, but it's in fact celebrating all of the people and the relationships in your life. As a matter of fact, we have one place where that all comes together, and that's called the People Hub. Now, the People Hub brings together all of my favorite people across all of my favorite social networks. So I don't actually have to do any work. All of these people are coming down from my email services that I may use at work and at home, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, Twitter, all of that stuff comes together in one place. And we make it really easy to actually mirror the relationships you have in real life on your phone. So I've actually set up a bunch of these groups right here on my phone. One for my best friends, one for my family, the people I go skiing with. And in fact, I've even set up a group here for everyone that's at CES. Now, when I pop open this group, you'll notice immediately the tiles light up with information. Who's trying to get in touch with you? Emails that are coming in, messages that are being received, lots of missed calls that are coming in at the same time. I'll get you that Windows Phone. We'll talk. We also have the ability to see what's new in your social networks for this specific group. Now think about how valuable that can be when you have, for instance, your family and you want to see what's going on just with that group of people. You can see pictures just for this group of people as well, and they all come together in one place. And so it's really easy for me to see all that right here. And we even do group communication, both with email and also text and chat. But unlike our competitors who have proprietary services like iMessage or BlackBerry Messenger, we actually use the services that you and your friends are already using. Facebook Chat and Windows Live Messenger, together with between 500 million and 750 million users already there today. And so no matter what screen they're on or what service they're using, your message will always get through. Now let's dive right into one of my contacts. I've been chatting with Joe Belfiore a little earlier today, and you'll notice that the contact card comes alive, and it's combined from all the different places I know Joe across all of his social networks. So it doesn't just have contact information, it brings in the richness of what he's up to, the tweets that he's been posting, and I can easily retweet those, no app required. I can see all the pictures that he's been posting. I like to catch up with friends sometimes and see all that in one album. And we even have conversation history. And so this keeps a full log of all the conversations we've had across calls, visual voicemails, text messages, and even IMs. And so when you see here that I've gone into this thread, as we call them, it actually looks like a text message, but this actually started out as a Facebook chat. And so it's really easy to seamlessly transition. So Joe actually sent me a message here and wanted to see if I wanted to grab dinner after the keynote. That was sent as a Facebook message. But now it shows that he's offline, and I can very easily switch over and continue this thread by texting him on his mobile. And it all gets carried out in the same place. Now I can go ahead and actually type out that message on the QWERTY keyboard, but we've actually built voice throughout Windows Phone. And so I'm going to go ahead and respond with my voice. Sounds great. And just like that, it will type in the message, and we'll have that off to Joe. So that text message will be sent off. I can continue the IM, and everything works perfectly. As Steve talked about, one of the other things that we really wanted to do is build in this Metro user interface. And we actually pioneered this on Windows Phone, and you'll be seeing plenty of it tonight. Now, if you're curious what Metro is all about, it really is about representing not the icon or the application, but in fact, the people and the things that matter most about you. And so these live tiles are constantly lit up, not just with a link to that application, but the content that's actually behind it. So you can see here I've got the weather for where I want to be and actually where I live, and it's a stock contrast. I can see my recipes here that are coming up. I can see that must-see movie, Twilight Saga, that I've been meaning to see, and all that's pinned to the start screen as well. I've got my expenses, I've got a Spotify playlist, I've got the Groupon of the day, so I don't have to get those emails anymore, and I've even got my boarding pass for tomorrow. And unlike other phones, we shortcut straight into the part of the app you care about. So when I tap this boarding pass, it takes me straight to that page. So it's really easy to get around. Now, as you saw in that message with Joe, I actually have to pick dinner out for tonight. So for that, I'm going to actually use Bing. And Bing brings the world's information to your fingertips. And so the cool thing here is it actually will go ahead and connect up to my location. I'll start surfacing that up. And I can actually use Local Scout. And for that, I'm actually going to switch over to this phone. And we'll take a look at what that looks like right here. Now, when we use Bing, of course, this is a decision engine. So this is really all about making it easy to decide and take action. I pop into Local Scout. You'll actually see that we're given all sorts of information. Let's go ahead and switch to the second phone. I can see information on what to see and do, and to eat and drink. Let's go ahead and get that second phone up, please. Oh, great. Thanks. Thank you, Stephen. We can see everything that you can see and do, all of the shopping that's nearby, and even highlights. So this really will help you live like a local even when you're not. I can see all the highlights in this area, and I've even got some of those favorites that are bookmarked, and those will actually appear automatically. I think we are on this phone. Sorry for the trouble tonight. So when I see all the shopping, I see the highlights, everything to see and do, you'll actually notice I've got a bunch favorited here. Now, I'm not going to subject Joe possibly to Chuck E. Cheese, but maybe this sushi sounds pretty good. And for that, we'll actually pop into this quick card. Now, the really cool thing about the quick card is that it's scraping the web's information, so you don't have to get dropped off into different websites. So all of that information comes into one place. I can see all the location information. I can read the reviews because we're just compiling all those from Bing as well. And it makes it really easy, actually, to connect up to apps that are really good at handling things like restaurant reservations. So when I go ahead and click Reserve a Table, it'll actually know that there's an OpenTable app automatically on my phone, and it will now pass off the information, in this case, the name of the restaurant and the location, straight into OpenTable, so that with one click, I can actually make that reservation and be on my way. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Windows Phone experience tonight. As we said, it's really about putting people first and all of your relationships. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Derek. By the way, that Sushi Roku is a good spot.
Great.
So tell us what's going on with the phone's hardware partner, Steve.
You know, we really have an incredible amount of work going on with some really innovative companies. With Samsung, with HTC, with LG, and with Nokia. The range and diversity of devices is amazing, and the quality of work is special. It was about a year ago we announced a partnership with Nokia. They've already delivered Windows phones around the world, but really now intending to go bigger here in North America this year. And I'm pleased to announce that the Nokia Lumia 710 and the Lumia 800 will be coming soon to consumers in Canada on the Rogers and Telus networks. And this Wednesday here in the US, T-Mobile customers can buy the Lumia 710, Nokia's first Windows phone in the United States. The popular Nokia Lumia 800 Windows phone will also be available in the growing base of Microsoft physical stores unlocked here in the next few months. But the thing I'm really kind of pumped up about, actually, is the work that's going on moving to 4G LTE networks. And today we had a chance with Nokia and AT&T to unveil the Nokia Lumia 900.
Ooh,
I'll let you hold it.
Ooh, yes.
It's really an incredible phone. It's blazing fast on the AT&T network. It's got this 4.3-inch AMOLED clear black display, and it'll be heavily promoted in all 2,400 of AT&T stores here in the US in the next few months.
Beautiful.
Ha ha! Good move there. But
wait
and see. Okay. Right.
All right.
How does that line go?
Yeah, but wait, there's more?
Wait, there's more. Let me show you a new phone
that was
today. It was very good, actually. Unrehearsed, too. Brilliant. Anyway, this is the new HTC Titan 2. Let me just get it on the home screen there for you. This is the HTC Titan 2. HTC is an incredibly innovative company. This product was also launched today. It'll be available on AT&T's 4G LTE network. It's an even bigger 4.7-inch Super LCD screen. And amazingly, it's got a 16-megapixel camera built in, which is higher resolution than almost everybody has on their digital cameras today. You know, with new 4G LTE phones, designed, frankly, that's winning rave reviews. Over 50,000 applications already published in our marketplace, and that's growing about 300 a day. I think with the Windows Phone, Ryan, we're clearly on the right track.
I like it. Very cool, huh? So there's obviously so much going on in the mobile market right now. It'll be an interesting year, and we'll certainly be looking to see what happens with Windows Phone next. So thank you very much.